One of the things that I have dealt with frequently in the past, and it's something that I wasn't even really consciously aware of, is a degree of social anxiety that I carried with me through social situations and interpersonal relationships with people, dating situations, parties, and the like. And I thought that I was a pretty confident person when I entered onto the scene. When I came out, pretty late, and I felt that I had a degree of skills to meet people. I had worked in sales, and I was very outgoing and really kind of grabbed the bull by the horns and getting to meet people. And I believe that this is something that developed over time as I became more and more acclimated into gay life in a gay community here in the city of Chicago. And I believe that I had actually learned and picked up things that at the time I wasn't really conscious of having picked up, except for the fact that they were affecting me. You know, like when you're a child and you put your hand or your finger on something that's really hot, like a hot stove or something, you just draw it back, or you fall off a bike, you learn that response of like, wow, that's a dangerous situation. I don't want to go and do that. Now, what happens, if you stay off the bike, you'll never bike ride again because you didn't really reinforce an opposite reaction to having fallen, which is learning that you can get back up and get back on that bike. So what I had learned is in dating situations and meeting people especially, that the more that I felt rejected or ghosted or anything like that, I somehow took it on me that there was something wrong with me, or there was something about the way that I was presenting myself that made me afraid to actually put myself out there, so much so that I developed a whole narrative and a story around myself that there was something flawed with me, and I became super anxious in situations. And at parties, I would just compare myself. Was I wearing something that was just didn't look good on me? Did I have the right kind of hairstyle? Did I know the right things that are in the news? Everything just kind of piled on top of each other. And this is something I believe that a lot of men deal with, but they're, like me, probably to a degree not really aware of it. But it's something that runs on automatic pilot, because you have that knee-jerk, that flinching response that eventually, if you let it take over, it will take over, and it will become something that just kind of drives for you, and it's not even anything that you have to think about. So you may find yourself not wanting to connect with people because of bad experiences that you may or may not be aware of. And I believe it's through meditation, journaling, actually having good quality relationships that you develop over time, like we've been talking about, that you can kind of reprogram or write over some of that messaging that's in your. We're going to continue to talk about that, but just wanted to encourage you that this is something that can be overcome, and it is something that takes time and courage to do that, but that there is nothing wrong with you if you have that kind of feeling or those thoughts. And I'm not giving any kind of medical advice. I'm not a psychologist or a counselor or anything like that. I'm just speaking from personal experience, and you would definitely want to talk with a professional if that is something that is severe in you and that you really need to have an additional boost. But this is just from personal experience to kind of like work it through and do those baby steps.